Long, long ago, in a peaceful town near a green forest, there lived a kind silk merchant. He was not very rich, but he was honest and hard-working. His silk was famous for its soft shine, and people came from far away to buy it. The merchant had 3 daughters. The eldest was proud and sharp-tongued. The second was clever but impatient. The youngest was named Lan. She was gentle, thoughtful, and had a heart full of kindness. Every evening, after selling silk in the market, the merchant walked through the forest. He picked wildflowers, red, blue, yellow, and white, and brought them home for his daughters. "These flowers will make your embroidery more beautiful," he would say with a smile. A strange day in the forest. One day, the forest was quiet, too quiet. The merchant searched everywhere. No flowers, not a single one. Instead, he heard a slow sliding sound. Shh, shh. Suddenly, from behind a tree, a huge golden-green serpent appeared. Its scales shimmered like jewels in the sunlight. Its eyes glowed wise and dangerous. The merchant fell to his knees. "Who dares pick my flowers?" the serpent hissed, its voice deep and echoing. "Tease flowers? Forgive me, Great One. I did not know they belonged to you." The serpent lowered his head and studied him. "You have taken from me for many days," it said, "so now you must pay." The merchant's heart raced. "Please, I have daughters. I have a family." The serpent paused, then said slowly, "Then give me one daughter as my bride. Refuse, and you will never leave this forest alive." The merchant trembled. He bowed low. I promise," he whispered. The serpent's eyes softened just a little. "Return home," it said. "I will come for her soon." A heavy confession. That night, the merchant did not eat. He did not smile. His daughters noticed at once. "Father, what is wrong?" asked the second daughter. "You look like you've seen a ghost," said the eldest. Lan gently held his hand. "Please tell us." With a heavy sigh, the merchant told them everything: the forest, the serpent, and the terrible promise. The room fell silent. Then the eldest jumped up. "A snake! Marry a snake? Never!" she cried. The second shook her head angrily. "Father, how could you promise something like that? It's impossible." The merchant lowered his shame in shame. Lan stood quietly. After a moment, she spoke softly. "Father, a promise is a promise." Her sisters stared at her. "I will go," Lan said calmly. "You should not lose your life because of us." "No," her father cried. "You're too kind for such a fate." Lan smiled gently. "Kindness is not weakness, Father." The singing wasps. The next morning, a strange sound filled the air. "Buzz, buzz, buzz, don't say no. The serpent waits, so off you go." Tiny wasps wearing little capes flew into the house, spinning and singing. The sisters screamed. The merchant wept. Lan took a deep breath and followed the wasps into the forest. The hidden palace. Behind a curtain of vines stood a magnificent palace, shining like gold and jade. The serpent waited at the gate. "Welcome, Lan," it said kindly. To her surprise, the serpent bowed. Inside, something magical happened. The serpent poured tea. It opened doors politely. It spoke gently, trying very hard not to hiss. "Please forgive my voice. I am not very good at talking." Lan laughed softly. "You are trying. That matters." Days passed, then weeks. Lan discovered the serpent was wise, lonely, and kind. He listened to her stories. He protected the forest. He never raised his voice. Slowly, her fear faded. "You know," Lan said one day, smiling, "you are not scary at all." The serpent blinked. I am not? Just a little scaly," she teased. A broken spell. One day, Lan visited her family. She stayed longer than planned. When she returned, the palace was dark. "Hello?" she called. She found the serpent lying weak beside a dry well, barely moving. "Lan," he whispered, "the spell weakens me when I'm alone." Tears filled her eyes. She ran to the river, filled her arms with water, and rushed back. She gently bathed his scales. As the water touched him, light exploded. The serpent shimmered and transformed into a handsome prince, tall and shining. Lan gasped. "You broke the spell with your kindness," the prince said. "Only true compassion could free me." Lan wiped her tears and smiled. "You were never scary, just misunderstood." A joyful ending. They married soon after, the palace filled with laughter, music, and light. Lan often visited her family, bringing gifts and happiness, and the prince ruled the forest with wisdom and care. So the girl who kept her promise, showed kindness over fear, and saw the heart beyond appearances, found true love. And the world learned a lesson. Never judge by appearance. Kindness can break even the strongest curse. And they lived happily ever after.